Hi, audience. This is Laura Bretz, co-author of What Zombies Fear, the other face behind the books. I just want to start off saying a huge thank you to all of you guys that like us on Facebook and regularly comment and share. It's awesome. Your support means a lot, starting from having 10 fans on the site up to over 900 now, so that's awesome. Thank you so much. Number 2, book 5. We know. It's still with the editor. As soon as it's done, believe me, you will know. You and everybody we know, and you know, will know, I promise. So, yeah, I guess that gets that part of it out of the way. Thinking of doing a handful of questions. A lot of them were just ones that I found online, but they applied to what Kirk and I do on a regular basis. So, here we go. I remember Kelly asking on the last vlog that we did how much of this is realistic. So I'll tackle that one first. Of course, because it's zombies, there's only so much realism that can actually exist in it, you know? But where it starts off, the first book starts in York, Pennsylvania, which is absolutely 100% accurate. The locations are exactly where they are. The names were changed a little bit, but everything is quite literally exactly the same. Kirk started the series based off of what his bug-out plan was, so everything at the home in Virginia is absolutely accurate. That place exists. His mom really does have a bed and breakfast that she really does run. All the detail there is absolutely spot on. Obviously, there are a lot of things that have been stretched to fit because it's skewed reality, but you guys know that. It kind of ties into the characters that we have created. A lot of them are based off of people that we know. Victor, for example, is absolutely 100% Kirk. He said in a comment somewhere that he has all of his flaws but none of his charm. It's not true. He has the charm part too. Renee and Marshall are based off of his siblings. Sharon is off of his mom. Victor Sr. is his dad. Max is absolutely his son. And Chris is me to a certain extent. Alicia and Marcus, everyone from Gander Acres has been created. They aren't people that we actually know. And all of the villains were obviously created too. So that's kind of the short version of that. Yeah, so let's see. Next one that worked. Okay, this one fits. Some of the challenges when it comes with the writing process, with there being 2 of us, or just in the book writing in general. Since Victor is Kirk and Laura is Chris, in the gathering when they had that fight, the way that we write is in Google Docs because you can see 2 people writing at the same time, which is very, very cool. But he would write a line, and then I would write a line. It was like we were in a chat room. And any time when they fight, it actually ends up... I'm kind of emotional about things, so I kind of would end up taking it with me, even though we both knew it was in the books. So their interactions were, at times, difficult because they butt heads a lot, because we both have those personalities. So, anyway, another one of the challenges was creating villains that were actually villains. The one in particular was Lightfoot. When writing him, he sort of started off as being just kind of a bad guy, maybe had a redeemable quality, but we both agreed that he needed to be an asshole. Straight up. Like, I can't even think of a better word other than that. Like, he was a piece of crap. And finding that character and writing something so uncomfortable was definitely a challenge. A lot of the books, aside from the gore aspect of it, I never got to the point where we both got sort of uncomfortable with the things that we were writing, but I think it really paid off. I hate Lightfoot. I still do. I don't even... Never mind, that was going to be a spoiler if you haven't gotten that far yet. But, yeah, Lightfoot. Not a nice guy. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a good one. because I've been asked this before, and I kind of just want to say it. A lot of people want to know how I got involved with the What Zombies Fear books, because obviously my name didn't show up until the third one. So what ended up happening was Kirk and I met, started talking about writing and how it was something we both had a passion for, and this was literally, he was about halfway to three-quarters of the way through with Maxis at that point, and he gave me a printed out version from Word of What Zombies Fear. I was like, hey, go ahead, and if you want to read that, that would be great. If you would want to put any comments, suggestions, or edits, by all means do it. And I said, sure, why not? So I read it. And the base of the whole story itself was so fresh and unique and exciting, and the characters were awesome. And I knew that this had so much potential to it, and I really wanted to be involved with it. So I sort of forced my way into it. He would probably say otherwise, but I ended up writing the book of Chris, which is Chris's story before she met Victor, and as a fan fiction, and ended up kind of putting her into the story. It ended up working out, though. I'm really thrilled with how that ended up working, because there needed to be additional characters, and that person needed to be part of the story that did not go with everything that Victor said and told him he was a lunatic, because has his moments. So it was an important character to add to the story. I'm just glad that it kind of worked out. I would say by chance, but he doesn't quite agree with me on that one. So that's the short version of that one too. That kind of goes down to current projects that we have. I already mentioned the Book of Chris. That one is literally ongoing. I don't think I've posted a new chapter on it since August, but I am working on it now as we speak. So the goal is to get more of that written. It's hard when I'm so invested in What Zombies Fear and where they are currently that it's difficult to write her past at the same time. So just a mental block I gotta get over. Kirk also has another book that he's working on right now that he's sort of in the editing, revising process of it, Calcoa Trailings. I'm excited about it. It's awesome. It's still post-apocalyptic, but it's very different in the story itself. So look out for that one. Once it's actually finished, he'll probably say that on his author page, so get ready for that. I'm also working on a high fantasy story. I'm keeping the title to myself at this point, but it's going to be much different, and I'm really excited about that one. Obviously, we're working on book 6, as a lot of you guys have already been aware of and reading, and I'm so excited about everything that's going to happen. Some of the things that are coming up we have been talking about since even before I joined in writing with him. So it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Anyway, let's see. And we also have a kind of a secret project happening too. But since it's a secret, it kind of is the purpose if I tell you what it is. Oh, and I think the last one that I have here, kind of to wrap up this silliness, have we always been a fan of the zombie genre? I know that he has. He always has been. Ever since any of the Night of the Walking Dead and any of those, he's always been a huge fan. I enjoy them. I always have. It's always been, I wouldn't say no to seeing them. 28 Days Later blew my mind. That one was really my turning point of, this is really kind of terrifying, and I kind of like it. So it's kind of where mine really got started. It hasn't always been that way. When I was younger, it would scare me to death, but I kind of got over that now. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I've been talking for way too long. So if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and put them on Facebook. You can send us a message. That's fine too. And thanks for listening to me talk. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you again so much for all of your support.